Hi, welcome. This is Rebecca Gibson, CEO and founder of both Bubble Loves and Bubble Loves and Me. Welcome to my site, Bubble Loves and Me. Some of you may have come in under bubbleloves.com.au. First of all, let me explain. This is a startup business. This is me filming this on my iPad in my living room whilst my baby is asleep and my husband's getting ready for bed. Some of you may have watched my previous video blog, which explains the reasoning behind why I started my business and the logistics of what's happening with the business and the company and what I'm all about. This is to tell you about my why and my purpose. In order for me to do that, in order for me to discuss my why and my purpose for both my business and my coaching sessions, I need to give you an understanding about who I am as a person and my background to how I came to get to where I am today. When I was a child, this really is raw and unscripted. Some of you may have seen a video that is floating around at the moment. When I was a child, I was sexually abused. And being the old soul that I am, I felt the need to understand why this happened to me, why I chose that journey at a soul level, and what it was that I was going to do to help others. Because my whole life I've always been about serving people and helping other people and using my experiences to enrich the lives of other people around me. As I hope that everybody would be like that. So I became fascinated, for lack of a better word, in abusers, people who chose a life of hurting others. And I felt that, I was going to be a lawyer. I felt that it was too much LA law. I felt that if I was going to help others, I needed to understand the mindset of what an abuser was like. And if I understood that mindset, was there something in children that I could pinpoint that was going to turn that child into somebody who hurt others? Blah, blah, down the track. You can see this is unscripted, blah, blah. Anyway, down the track, as an adult, I got into nursing and I became a psychiatric nurse. So I was a registered nurse and I decided to specialise in mental health. From there I decided to specialise in forensic mental health, and at the very start of my career I started working in correctional centres. I chose to work in male maximum security centres, and a lot of my clients were sex offenders, pedophiles. And I did that for 10 years. After 10 years, I kind of became disillusioned because I felt like I wasn't making enough of a change. I wasn't changing every single person that I assessed, every single abuser that I came across. Nothing that I said or did was making a difference to them, and I realised that I couldn't be Superwoman or Wonder Woman. I wasn't going to stop these people from abusing. And then I had my darling child, and I realised that I didn't want this world for her. I wasn't going to change the abuse, but I could definitely enrich and uplift and validate the lives of anybody that has gone through abuse. So my clothing label at the moment is manufactured through a wonderful charity called Be a Hero that help employ and educate women and their children, they don't employ their children, they educate their children, of Cambodian women that are saved from human trafficking. Eventually what will happen with Bubble Loves a clothing label is I will have my own factories and I will employ only people who have been rescued from human trafficking, the sex slave trade, and give them their life back, give them their dreams back, give them the life that they used to dream about before somebody stole that from them. Make them feel like the warriors that they are, not survivors, because I never want them to be in a victim mentality where they would feel like they survived being a victim. I want them to feel like warriors. I want them to feel like they won a war. So that's what's happening with my clothing label, Bubble Loves. And my why started out. My why started out as 6 months pregnant. I went to a lingerie party for a direct sales company, and the lady who worked for the direct sales company looked at me at 6 months pregnant and said to me, "What are you going to do when you have your baby? Are you going to go back to work?" And I stood there absolutely dumbfounded about what was I going to do. Here I was bringing this child into the world, a child that I was told I was never going to have. I was nearly 40, and I didn't want that negativity for her anymore. I didn't want that life. All of a sudden it occurred to me that I'm responsible for another person. So I started in direct sales. I started selling lingerie. From there I started another direct sales business selling makeup. And both businesses, Intimo and Unique, are extremely socially conscious companies. They provide services and money to issues like the lingerie is breast cancer, domestic violence, and specific island women who don't have bras. And the makeup provides services for warriors. I call them warriors. They call them survivors of childhood sexual abuse. They're all extremely important subjects to me. And then I thought to myself, this is very raw and unscripted. I thought to myself, I want more than this. I wanted to be able, for me to contribute even better to society. I want my business, my life. I want my life to mean something. I want my abuse to mean something. I want my career and corrections to mean something. I want everything that I've done up until 40 to mean something, because I want to leave a legacy for my child, my daughter, and I want my daughter to know that her mum wasn't silent about these things, that her mum fought the hard battle for everybody else so that she could live in a world that was kinder, that had less violence, that treated women better, that little girls could grow up safe walking down the street and feel that they were okay. This is the kind of world that I want for her. And my why started out from being just a mum who wanted to stay at home with her child and earn enough income, to a mum that wants to leave a legacy for her little girl to live in a kinder, more beautiful world, for a mum that teaches her daughter never ever feel ashamed or feel that you need to be quiet or feel that you have to work so hard for minimal money just so you can survive. I don't want that for my child. If I was going to teach her these things, then I needed to be living proof of them myself. So here I am, 40, 20 years of a very hard career, and now I design baby clothes, I sell makeup, I sell underwear, and I'm leaving a legacy for my child, should she choose to continue it after I've long gone, to understand that we are here to serve each other. We as human beings are here to make the world a more beautiful place to live in. And it is a battle. It is a battle every day to make the world brighter, joyful, fun, lively. We don't want to exist, we want to live. That's what I'm doing. That is my why. My why is to make the world a better place. I've tried one-on-one, and I will do one-on-one through my life coaching, but I also will do it globally on a mass scale, and I want everybody to be a part of it. Social conscious things and kindness and love and making the world a better place is the kind of thing that you're interested in. Please get in contact with me. You can get in contact with me through Periscope. You can get in contact with me through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Email me. If this is something that interests you, just get in contact with me and we'll work together to make sure that we're making the world a nicer place for us and our children and their children and every generation after that. I'm Rebecca Gibson, and this is Bubba Loves, and Bubba Loves and me. Thank you.